Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Friday. We've got 16 matchups on this college basketball slate today, so be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my betting links in the description below to get in on the action. Turn on those notification bells. And yeah, we'll hop in it. Crazy day yesterday in college basketball. A lot of upsets. I mean, pretty much how March Madness goes. So another great day of basketball here. Starting with USC versus Michigan State. Michigan State opening up as a 1.5 point favorite with the over-under at 137.5. USC coming into this matchup 22-10. Michigan State 19-12. USC coming off an Arizona State loss. Michigan State coming off that Ohio State loss. Crazy. USC 0-9 against the Big Ten. Definitely struggled against the Big Ten here. And, yeah, I mean, you just look at this game, these evenly matched games. We saw a couple games that were like a 1 or 2 point spread yesterday. Some underdogs won, and especially the Maryland game, which was pretty similar to this one. I like USC, I really do. Plus 1.5 and money line here. I mean, they're very good this year. Michigan State, they were all right. I mean, they had their struggles, but I think I'm still going to take a shot with USC money line and plus 1.5 on the road. Well, I guess they're both on the road, but next matchup, we got Kennesaw State versus Xavier. Xavier opening up as a 12.5 point favorite with the over-under at 153.5. Kennesaw coming into this matchup 26-8. Xavier 25-9. Kennesaw on a 5-game winning streak. They had a very good season in their conference. Xavier coming off that Marquette loss. Kennesaw State 0-8 against the Big East Conference. You know, I'm not in love with the spread here. I think the spread's a bit too high. I do like Xavier to win. Xavier, a great team all year long. 12.5 points, I don't know, man. Just seems way too much to me. I do like Xavier to win. Throw them in your money line parlays, but I'd take a shot with Kennesaw State plus 12.5. Next matchup, we got UC Santa Barbara versus Baylor. Baylor opening up as a 10.5 point favorite with the over-under at 141.5. Santa Barbara coming into this matchup 27-6. Baylor 22-10. UCSB coming into this on a 7-game winning streak. They had a great season. Baylor coming off back-to-back Iowa State losses. Yeah, Baylor 6-0 covering against the Big West Conference. This is another spread, man. I think it's definitely coverable for Santa Barbara here. I do like Baylor to win this one, but there's another team, man. A very sneaky underdog today, Santa Barbara, who's been very good this season. And I think they can definitely cover that 10.5. So I would take a shot with Santa Barbara plus 10.5. But I would still take Baylor in your money line parlays. Next matchup, we got VCU versus St. Mary's. St. Mary's opening up as a 4-point favorite with the over-under at 122.5. VCU coming into this matchup 27-7. St. Mary's 26-7. VCU, they're on a 9-game winning streak. St. Mary's coming off that Gonzaga loss. VCU has been playing very well this year. So is St. Mary's. St. Mary's 17-3 in their last 20. 5-2 covering against the Atlantic 10 Conference. I really like St. Mary's. I mean, you know, they've actually played they've had some a tougher schedule than VCU. They've played some good teams, and yeah, I like St. Mary's here, and I'm gonna roll with St. Mary's -4 on money line. Next matchup, we got Vermont versus Marquette. Marquette opening up as a 10.5 point favorite with the over-under at 143. Vermont coming into this matchup 23-10. Marquette 28-6. We got Vermont. They're on a 10-game winning streak. Playing very well. Marquette on a 9-game winning streak. Vermont 1-10 against the Big East, where they definitely struggled. And they've struggled against very good teams, and Marquette been very good all year long. Gonna be a tough game for Vermont. just from what we saw yesterday, there were a couple blowouts from those, like number 1 seeds and stuff yesterday, but I don't know, these 10.5 point plus spreads, man. I think they're very good, generous, giving those to the underdog. I think those are good lines. I like Marquette to win. I don't know, man. Vermont, they just seem very sneaky. These little teams, they seem very sneaky, giving double-digit point spreads. I like Marquette to win, but man, I'd still take a shot with Vermont plus 10.5. Next matchup, we got Pittsburgh versus Iowa State. Iowa State opening up as a 4.5 point favorite with the over-under at 131.5. Pittsburgh coming into this matchup 23-11. Iowa State 18-13. We've got Pitt coming off a Mississippi State win. Iowa State coming off a Kansas loss. Yeah, another one. I'm not really sold on Iowa State. I mean, they haven't really looked 3-7 in their last 10. They have not been playing very good basketball coming into this tournament here. I'm going to take a shot with Pitt plus 4.5 in money line. Next matchup, we got NC State versus Creighton. Creighton opening up as a 5-point favorite with the over-under at 148.5. NC State coming into this matchup 23-10. Creighton 21-12. We've got NC State coming off a tough Clemson loss. Creighton coming off a bad Xavier loss. NC State 5-2 against the Big East Conference. Yeah, I like NC State plus the points here. Playing well here. 5-point spread. I think it'll be a good game here. I'm gonna take NC State plus 5. Next matchup, we got Iona versus Connecticut. Connecticut opening up as a 9-point favorite with the over-under at 142. Iona coming into this matchup 27-7. Connecticut 25-8. Iona, they've won their last 10, playing great basketball. UConn coming off that tough Marquette loss. Iona 0-6 against the Big East. Struggled against the Big East here. Going to be tough because UConn is very good and very talented. I do like the Huskies to win at home, but man, the Gales are very sneaky today with that 9-point spread. I like the Huskies to win, but I'd still take a shot with the Gales plus 9. Next matchup, we got Farleigh Dickenson versus Purdue. Purdue opening up as a 23.5 point favorite with the over-under at 145. Farleigh Dickenson coming into this matchup 20-15. Purdue 29-5. Dickenson coming off that big Texas Southern win. Purdue, they're on a 5-game winning streak coming off a Penn State win. Dickenson 0-10 against the Big Ten. Going to be tough against Purdue. It really is. Insanely high spread here. If you can add Purdue to your moneyline parlays, do so. 23.5 points. And Dickinson looked very good in their first 4-in game against Texas Southern. Beat them pretty good. Just a very high spread. I just know Purdue should be able to dominate this game. It's just tough from what we saw yesterday, man. Arizona getting knocked out by Princeton. These little teams come to play. 23.5 points is a lot. I'd take a shot with Farleigh Dickenson plus 23.5. And maybe throw Purdue in a teaser, get them minus like 15 or 17 or something. I think that's more reasonable if you're going to lean with Purdue. Next matchup, we got Providence versus Kentucky. Kentucky opening up as a 4-point favorite with the over-under at 143. Both teams coming into this matchup 21-11. Providence on a little 3-game losing streak right now. Kentucky coming off a bad Vanderbilt loss. Yeah, I think this is going to be a close game here. I like Providence plus 4. I think Providence is a very sneaky upset play today. Yeah, Kentucky better watch out because Providence could definitely beat them. I'm going to take Providence plus 4 on money line. Next matchup, we got Drake versus Miami. Miami opening up as a 2-point favorite with the over-under at 146. Drake coming into this matchup 27-7. Miami 25-7. We got Drake 9-1 in their last 10. Miami coming off that Duke loss. I really like Miami though. 6-1 covering on a Friday. They're 6-1 as a favorite right now. 5-2 against the Missouri Valley Conference. Yeah, I'm gonna lean with Miami. I've just seen Miami this year. They've been very good this year, and we'll see what Drake has in store. It's only a 2-point spread here. I'm still gonna lean with Miami -2 and money line in this one. Next matchup, we got Grand Canyon versus Gonzaga. Gonzaga opening up as a 15.5-point favorite with the over-under at 155. Grand Canyon coming into this matchup 24-11. Gonzaga 28-5. GCU on a 6-game winning streak right now. Gonzaga, they've won their last 9. Surprisingly, GCU 8-2 covering against the West Coast Conference. 7-2 covering as an underdog here. Looking at the spread, I think it's definitely coverable for Grand Canyon. I still like Gonzaga. Throw them on your money line, your big money line parlays. I'd still take a shot at Grand Canyon plus 15.5. Next matchup, we got Florida Atlantic versus Memphis. Memphis opening up as a 1.5-point favorite with the over-under at 152.5. Florida Atlantic coming into this matchup 31-3. Memphis 26-8. FAU, they're 9-1 in their last 10. What a great year FAU had. Memphis on a 3-game winning streak. FAU 7-2 covering against the AAC conference. I really like FAU, man. They've been a moneymaker all season long. Really good underdog here. I really think they should be the favorite, to be honest. Give me Florida Atlantic plus 1.5 and money line. Next matchup, we got Montana State versus Kansas State. Kansas State opening up as an 8-point favorite with the over-under at 139.5. Montana State coming into this matchup 25-9. Kansas State 23-9. Montana State, they're won their last 8 games. Kansas State on a 2-game losing streak. Montana State, 1-6 against the Big 12. Definitely will be tough for them. They are 5-1-1 covering as an underdog. Man, these teams are sneaky. Montana State just seems sneaky here. With Kansas State coming on a little 2-game losing streak. I don't know. I like Montana State here. I'm going to take a shot at Montana State plus 8 here. It's just the underdogs in the NCAA tournament. You really can't go wrong. There is no guarantees with these bigger names. Kansas State definitely vulnerable. I'll take Montana State plus 8. Next matchup, we got Kent State versus Indiana. Indiana opening up as a 4.5-point favorite with the over-under at 140.5. Kent State coming into this matchup 28-6. Indiana 22-11. Kent State, they are 9-1 in their last 10. What a great season Kent State had. Indiana coming off a Penn State loss. Kent State 1-6 covering against the Big Ten. They are 12-1 on a Friday. 4-1 covering in their last 5. Indiana's 13-0 against the Mid-American Conference here. I do see Kent State missing one of their players. Santiago is out. So that could be crucial. But I like Indiana in this matchup here. They've been dominant against this conference. Give me Indiana -4.5 and money line. Then the last matchup, we got Arizona State versus TCU. TCU opening up as a 5.5-point favorite with the over-under at 141.5. Arizona State coming into this matchup 23-12. TCU 21-12. Arizona State coming off a Nevada win. TCU coming off a Texas loss. I really like TCU here. I think it's a good spot for them. I'm going to roll with TCU -5.5 and money line. And that's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Friday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Saturday. Have a good one.